Blogging in WordPress. How do I start a blog? The questions most people ask is, how do I start a blog? How do I get everything set up? How do I pick content? And how do I make sure my blog is successful? So, first things first, of course, you have to choose the platform which you want to run your blog on. And I would recommend using WordPress because WordPress powers a whole lot of applications on the web, and the community behind WordPress is amazing. Now, of course, remember to get WordPress is simple. Go to get wordpress.org and download WordPress and also a server. I would recommend Apache Friends, XAMPP by apachefriends.org. Download them and get them installed. If you don't have them installed on your system, please go through the previous videos and see how to get them installed on your system. All right, I already have XAMPP installed on my system, and I have on my HT docs, I have WordPress folder on my system. I'd want to copy this folder and probably rename this folder. Let's say I'm doing a food blog. I want to paste back. All right, so I'll go to my browser, say localhost / food blog, and while that is going, I want to go to localhost / phpMyAdmin to create um, the database that would power the installation of my food blog. Now, while it's loading, I want to talk about how to succeed as a blogger. Now, to succeed as a blogger, first thing you need to know is first you have to pick a niche. Picking a niche is so important to anything that has to do with uh, web business as a whole. You wouldn't want to be running a general niche because it's very difficult to succeed running general niches. So, for example, I've decided to run a food blog. Now, naming your blog is another important thing. You have to pick the right name, do your marketing research of the right name to use, and also do marketing testing. Test the market to see if the name you're using would be user friendly or appreciated by the public. You don't want to run in a food blog that has the name sneakers.co. That's not a food blog. For as an African populist, you might be running a food blog that has to do with cassava, that has to talk about cassava foods. You could have a mangoblog.com that talks about the food, mango foods, foods you could prepare with mango and all that. I want to run a blog that has to talk about rice, or you could want to pick a niche that has to talk about entertainment. Even entertainment, I would recommend you narrow down your niche to the type of entertainment blog you want to run. If it's political entertainment, if it's comedy skits, and the list goes on and on. So I would encourage you to do your research and pick your niche properly. So I want to create a new database, and I like using name of my local installation for my database and database setup, and of course language. This is the WordPress default installation. Say English, United States. I say let's go. Now, my database name is food blog. My username is this is localhost, and I would recommend you use a more secured password and username when installing your eh? Which one? That's it. That's the database. Database name, food blog, username. My username is root. Sorry, no password. Of course, these are database Apache's default login details. So say next and run the installation. And here goes the title, the most important part when blogging. Now, site title should be the name of the blog. For mine is just food blog. My username, use admin, hide, then yeah, confirm use of weak password and install WordPress. And this installation is completed. So I want to log into my dashboard and I want you to always remember me and I log in. And this is WordPress successfully being installed. Now I want to visit my site to see what it looks like, and this is what it looks like. All right. So first things first, I like making sure that I don't have any default post by WordPress or the WordPress themes or whatever. Well, I think I said go to crash. Trashed it. Alright, categories. And okay, I won't leave that. Okay, now one of the most important thing about blogging is the theme you're using. So picking the right theme is as good as the success of your blog. So, but for this blog, it's just a very simple. I want to use 2015 theme. 2015 and is installed, and I want to activate the theme. All right, you see it's activated. Okay, so when blogging, I want to there are two different things to take note of: pages and posts. Pages are like are not posts, and posts are not pages. Now, what's the difference between a page and a post? Posts are content where what you use to make content for users to read, where you post your blog posts, which could be in different categories. But the pages are somewhat similar to posts, but when search engine doesn't recognize them as readable content. So to use a oh, you guys are not seeing it. So sorry guys. So I just went through the normal installation process and I installed
this 2015 team is free. So there is no much stuff at all. All right. So click on post, and I want to add a new post. Now, adding a new post uses Gutenberg. Of course, you could use other page builders to achieve the same functionality. But for this blog, this is a very simple food blog. So I really don't really need um, a builder to be able to achieve whatever I want to achieve. So, of course, using Gutenberg is very simple. The title of the post goes in here. Now, picking your titles is very, very important. Knowing what to use, use titles that are compelling, that would help the users to be able to understand what they are looking for. So you add a title, for example, it says five benefits of food as my title, and on the post you could have featured image, and you select the image. I want to get a nice looking food image online. Pizzaway.com. All right, so let's search food. I think I like this image. Yeah? Pizzaway.com. Now, this is where I get my free images. So click on download, and it's downloaded. So I go to, let me see where it downloads to. I could just drag and drop, and there goes it. Then set it to be my featured image, and the content. How to get a dummy text generator. Okay, while the page is loading. Now on Gutenberg now for WordPress to be able, and for Sanjay to be able to log and index your blog, no matter what the blog is all about. Now, categories, being able to categorize your blog post is so important. So on your categories, you could add a new category, and for example, this is food, and I could have a subcategory, say benefits. Now, add category. Now, a blog post could have several categories. For example, if I'm running a fitness blog that talks about fitness, I could have a post that talks about gymming, and probably the blog post might be talking about dumbbells. So I could have a category of gym and a subcategory of dumbbells. So being able to organize your blog post in category would make it easy for your readers to be able to navigate content, or be able to get content they really want to read about in a very easy format. So, for example, this is the dummy text I want to use. Please do proper research and get your content and publish, and I want to reload my homepage. So this is my very first blog post. Okay, so you could see if I'm to view this stuff on Canito window. So this is amazing blog post, my very first blog post. Now, if you see if you look down, you see it has the categories are there. So if I want to read if I want to read blog posts that has to do with benefits, I want to read benefits of strawberries, benefits of this, benefits of that. I could easily click on benefits, and all the posts that has to do with benefits would show up. If I want to read all the posts that has to do with food, so it's very vital to be able to understand how to structure your blog content into categories so that your readers will be able to understand how to better navigate your blog. So now I said appearance has a lot to do with blogging. For example, if I want to run a news blog, now the 2015 theme I'm currently using might not be suitable for some sort of a news blog or a sporting blog. So meaning I use some sort of I need a newspaper theme feel. So there are so many newspaper themes to use, but I would want to use the newsman's theme. It's currently being installed. So if I'm to preview this to see what it looks like, you see it's what it looks like. It gives me the amazing feel I want for a proper uh, news blog. So I want to activate it on my site, and
It needs some additional features to work properly, so I would install them and activate the plugin. Now you could be using an amazing theme, but because you do not structure your blog content in proper categories or give it proper tagging, now you could have a messy blog post and readers will be confused when visiting your blog. And WordPress won't be able to suggest content to the appropriate users. So you wouldn't want to have a blog that's talking about politics and probably have another post that is politics but probably talking about something else to be showing to the users. You wouldn't want random content to be suggested to the users. You want precise content to be suggested to the users. So if I click on politics, all I should be seeing in your blog on that category should be politics. So structuring your blog content is very, very, very important. So I want to visit my site. Tell them to bring down my voice already. So now this is what my blog looks like out of the box. So it's already looking amazing because of the theme I'm currently using. So if I'm to add a new post, and this post has to do with let's say, which food should we talk about? Rice and Africa 2022 food trends for profits. So put my dummy and again my dummy text and I want to go to Pizza Bay, go to my post, I want to set my categories. Of course, this is food, but the subcategory is not benefits. Please look up. This is food, but the subcategory is not benefit. So the subcategory could be um, profit. Profits could be a category, and it could also be on food trends. Then of course I could have Africa as another category. Another thing that is important when doing blog is tagging. Tagging has a whole lot to do, especially when it has to do with search engine optimization, being able to search content faster and better. So now setting up search your tags could be as simple as just typing out the tag you want to use and place a comma beside it. Then food is a tag, trends is a tag, profit is a tag, and 2022 internet is off. Rice. All right, so let's get this amazing rice. Download. All credits to Pizza Bay, please. So this is my post. Could simply show in folder, just drag it up in and set featured image and publish. I want to take a look at it to see what it looks like. Is it published yet? All right, it's published now. All right, you see. So it's looking more like it. So the more stories I add, the more richer the team becomes, and the more amazing it looks. So this is that simple. So probably the next class would be exploring more options on what we can do with this thing. So thank you very much and have a nice day.